So now let's take a look at putting some sounds together using Atom and maybe explore some of the presets we haven't checked out yet. And I was going to look at putting some drums together using some of these percussion presets. So let's take a look at some of these. Remembering looking at the key range here. Some of these are pretty special presets, and quite a cool thing I discovered actually was we can actually add a MIDI controller assignment to the preset scroll. So I can right click on this preset scroll here, put Learn MIDI CC Automation, and then move my controller. And now I can use a rotary controller to switch presets, which I think is pretty nice. And it just adds to that, moving away from the computer screen and just... So like a really nice distorted kick. Really nice distorted kicks there. And some actually percussive sequences as well. And some of them as well aren't, some of the percussion presets is one sound stretched across the keyboard, whereas the breathing percs, this is a kit here. So let's put a bit of a basic beat together using this. I think I'll need to quantize that a bit. Ordinarily, I'd like to keep the timing quite loose and organic, but it was so out of time that in Logic, so there'll be a bit of latency being introduced there too. And let's look at maybe processing these sounds a little bit now. One thing I noticed, they're quite off to the right, so I'm going to use the master control here and just pan them back to the left a little bit. And let's turn a compressor on. Make them a bit more punchy. A bit louder as well. And let's add some other sounds in here. Thought that was a pretty cool sound to add in. Let's add one of those in there. Let's look at using some of the effects now to process a bit. Let's experiment with this reverb. Could use the high pass to sweep the low frequency out of the reverb. Bring the size down a bit. We could even use some drive. For a bit more of an aggressive tone. Let's add some new instances now of Atom and add some more percussion to our little loop that we're creating. So I'm going to load up this new instance here and load in one of the different percussion presets. One of these. And they're pretty special sounds then. I mean, they're kick drums, but could use them as more of an effect, really. And let's add some delay to this sound. Bring it down. Maybe push up the reverb as well. Set it back in the mix. Okay, let's add one of the percussive sequences now. I'm going to duplicate that instance of Atom and then just load in a different preset here. This is a pretty cool sound. Thought it made sense to record a couple of those in because they're quite velocity sensitive, so you get quite a different response of a sort of louder or more quiet note. So let's do this second one a bit quieter. And with a sound like this, you can go into the arpeggiator and edit the sequence. So some of these notes, they come out a bit loud really, so the dynamics are nice, but we can just bring the individual volumes down to bring those individual steps down in volume. That works quite nicely. Process again, add some drive. Look at my multimeter, there's quite a lot of low end on there now, so actually going to EQ these. Turn the EQ on. Actually, better still, we could just turn the EQ off and just add a bit of a high pass filter. With the layers linked, it means we're going to add a high pass filter to both layers. Take away some of that low frequency. Let's add the lo-fi as well. Bring down the glitch for a bit of bit crushing. And let's go to our master and compress to control some of the dynamics. Okay, that's some percussive sounds down. Now let's, in the next video, we'll take a look at adding some melodic layers to this.